I really like this game, and I'm really interested to see more from the two Pac-Man brothers. Today we are going to be doing a discussion. Today's discussion is going to be on Pac-Man, since Pac-Man is such a popular subject on the channel for some reason. So, my favorite Pac-Man game is Pac-Man Arrangement. I played it in one of the other videos that I did, so you guys probably already know in advance that Pac-Man Arrangement is my favorite Pac-Man game. I think it keeps enough that it can from the arcade original while adding in some things to change up the gameplay and change up the visuals. Honestly, I think it's the best Pac-Man successor, even more so than Pac-Man Championship Edition. Having said that though, this one is easily a second best, that being the game starring two Pac-Man brothers called the Pac-Man Brothers. And this game is so fucking cool, from its aesthetics to its gameplay to its just overall premises, and I'm really hyped to talk about this fan game.
It honestly looks really cool. I love the aesthetic it's got going for it.
So first of all, this was entered in this year's Sage competition, Sonic Amateur Games Expo, but now it's just any Amateur Games Expo. And this game is a Pac-Man styled game, and it has quite a bit of differences to it. So first of all, there are two different Pac-Man that you can choose between. I've only played as the one with the baseball cap, so I don't know if they both have different abilities or not. But when you play as the baseball cap one, you get the ability to spin up into a ball and shoot yourself forward, which can be really good for collecting the ghost when they're blue, or just getting away from a ghost that's tailing you and about to get you. The overall aesthetics of the game is pretty cool. The stages are neon lit. The Ghost and the Pac-Man brothers themselves have like a 1950s gangster and punk aesthetic. Some of the ghosts look like Yakuza members. The Pac-Man brothers themselves look like 1950s street punk kids. It's really cool. It's like River City Rampage meets Pac-Man.
Yeah, I like it because it still looks like a Pac-Man game, but it gives it like a slightly different aesthetic to it. The way they made the ghosts look as well as the Pac-Mans, it's nice.
In this game, when you lose, you don't just get eaten. There are different cutscenes showing the ghost maiming you in different ways. Like sometimes you'll get hit with a bat. Sometimes you'll get stabbed with a knife, sometimes you'll get hit with an axe. It's all still frames, so there's no like brutal bloody murder, but it is there. Come hopping along just like usual. One of the cool things is that you can get different ghosts that spell out Pac-Man for different rewards. So collecting the blue ghost does matter if you want to get bonus shit. Another cool thing about the game is that, and this is really the major selling point, is that the levels are procedurally generated. So depending on when you boot up the game, there will be a different seed for each level. So it's like a randomized Pac-Man experience every time you boot it up. Even if you get the same level 1 a couple times, it's not guaranteed to be the same level 2 or 3. So it has infinite replayability, even more so than the original Pac-Man.
Yeah. Honestly, I really like that they have differently procedurally generated levels because of that. You don't get too comfortable and you don't have to worry about just doing the same thing over and over on each map.
Another thing that's really cool is that some features from Ms. Pac-Man carries over. That being, you can play with two different characters on the screen at the same time, like you and your friend can play the game. And you can activate a boost mode, which makes all the ghosts go faster, and you go faster, just like in Ms. Pac-Man. So really, if you're a fan of Pac-Man, if you're a fan of Ms. Pac-Man, if you're a fan of the other editions of Pac-Man, this has something for everyone, because it has some of the animations from Pac-Man Arrangement, it has the music from Pac-Man Arrangement, it has gameplay styles from multiple different Pac-Man games. The ghosts have their own little unique quirks when they're chasing you. There's just so much to do here, and I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface of this Pac-Man game. I feel like there's just so much more to it, and this is still just a demo from Sage.
Yeah. I think it's got a lot of potential, honestly, and I honestly can't wait to see what it turns out to be when it's completely done, because they might add even more to it.
Same. I really like this game, and I'm really interested to see more from the two Pac-Man brothers.